Hello learners, I'm Dr. Seema Singh and you're watching my channel Bonding with Chemistry. In today's introductory video, I'm going to sail you through with the overview of first chapter of class 12 chemistry, that is solution. So without wasting time, let's get started. Now the first chapter of class 12 chemistry as per the rationalized syllabus that CBSE has issued for the year 2023-24 is solutions. Now, the weightage of this chapter is of 7 marks. You can check that weightage on the CBSE site, that is cbse.nic.in. I've already explained that in one of my introductory video before starting this chapter. Now, the sections that are presented in this chapter as per NCERT textbooks are the following. So, you have 7 sections, namely types of solutions, expressing concentration of solutions, solubility, vapor pressure of liquid solutions, ideal and non-ideal solutions, colligative properties and determination of molar mass, and finally, the last one you have abnormal molar masses. Now, topics to be covered as per the CBSE curriculum. Again, you can find this on CBSE website, that is cbse.nic.in. These are the topics that they have mentioned. Types of solution, expression of concentration of solution in liquids, solubility of gases in liquid. Now, this particular topic, that is solid solutions, although they have mentioned it here, this is not provided in NCERT in detail. You have just examples of solid solution and what are solid solutions. Little bit detail you have it in chapter 4D and F block elements. So you can skip this topic altogether. This is not provided in detail. You have liquid solutions in your course as per CBSE. Then you have Raoult's law, colligative properties, namely relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, and osmotic pressure. You have this topic determination of molecular masses using colligative properties and abnormal molecular mass, which includes Vent-Off factor. Now, if you have to decide which topics are really very important and from where you can have a short question in board examination, for that decision of yours, I've taken up All India CBSE question paper of the year 2023, the latest one. I've taken set 1, 2, and 3 and done a small analysis that from which topics the questions have been put up from this particular chapter. Now, these are the topics from which the questions have been put up, namely Vent-Off factor. You have a 1-mark question, multiple choice question, colligative property from where you have assertion and reasoning question of 1 mark. Now, if I take up set 1, 2, or 3, all these sets have almost similar question as far as All India CBSE question papers are concerned. Mostly the serial numbers have been shuffled. 1 or 2 questions have been changed, but otherwise, overall, the question papers are similar. The serial numbers have been changed. So you have these topics and the following mark distribution for all these sets. Now, my dear learners, if in case you want to download these question papers, latest question papers of CBSE, you can click at the link provided in the description box. And I would suggest that you download these papers, collect them and keep them in a separate folder. Either you can take a printout and file up in your chemistry repository, or you can make a folder online and keep these papers handy. So when you're going to practice for your board examinations, you can use these question papers, right? So we see you have questions from colligative property. In one set, it was depression in freezing point. In the other, it was elevation in boiling point. And the next one also had question from depression in freezing point. Thereafter, you have Raoult's law, where you had a 2-mark question and there was an internal choice. Finally, you had abnormal molar masses and Vent-Off factor, from where you had a numerical of 3 marks. So if you look at these topics, you will see that abnormal molar masses and colligative property. Now, this abnormal molar masses Vent-Off factor, you see 1-mark question here also. And the other one is your colligative properties. So looking at this trend, we can say that there can be short question from 2 topics, namely determination of molecular masses using colligative properties and abnormal molecular masses, that includes Vent-Off factor. So my dear learners, what I would suggest is if you have very less time to prepare this chapter, for example, let's say 30 minutes or 45 minutes, right? And I also assume that you have a fair amount of idea of rest of the topic, a little idea, right? Then I'll say you start preparing backwards. You start with abnormal molar masses and colligative properties so that 99% you'll have a question and you'll be able to secure 4 marks out of 7 from this chapter, right? So I'm sure that you've got a basic idea about the overview of the chapter. In my next video, I'm going to start up with types of solutions, which will also include what are solutions, what are the components of solution, and then we'll move on to types of solutions. My dear learners, I've already told you in one of my videos, the link is provided on top, that I'm going to sail you smoothly through all the topics of NCERT. Therefore, when I take up the upcoming topic types of solution, I'll also take care of all the in-text and exercise questions. So if you're studying with me, you're preparing with me, right? So stay tuned to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of my latest update. If in case you like this video of mine, do please give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and until we meet next, take care, my dear learners.